Hey, quick note before we jump in. What you are watching right now is actually a clip from one of my full courses that I decided to drop here on YouTube for free. Yeah, it is totally free, with no paywall or hidden costs attached to it at all. So instead of me asking you to buy the course, if you want to show some support, there are a few tiny things you can do that help a ton. Just liking this video, sharing it with someone who would find it useful, and subscribing helps the algorithm show this content to more people. Also, if you want to shop for gear, check the recommended equipment links in the description because they are things I actually use daily. If you buy through those links, I may get a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. If you are feeling extra nice, leaving a super thanks or just letting one of my playlists run in the background is incredibly clutch for me. Platforms track watch time, and that helps these educational videos get seen by way more folks out there in the creator community. Alright, here's a quick heads up. If you want more one-on-one help, I do offer private coaching and deep dive walkthroughs. You can find all that info in the description below, but either way, I really appreciate you just for being here and watching. Okay, now that we have covered the housekeeping, let's get straight into today's lesson. So you have finally finished your edit, you have cut the long-form footage, polished up the tone, and applied your color and audio tweaks. Your clips look solid, but there is one last step you really do not want to skip, and it makes a huge difference. You need to standardize your audio peak to -3 decibels to get that professional sound. Sounds boring maybe, but does it work like absolute magic for your final output? You bet it does. Here's the deal. Consistency matters more than almost anything else in your final production. Whether you are sending an audition, pitching an ad, or dropping clips across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, people hate reaching for the volume knob. Imagine a casting director or an editor ripping through hundreds of clips a day, and your audio is way too quiet or deafeningly loud. If everyone hands in audio at wildly different levels, that person spends way too much time adjusting their own playback. That makes your work much harder to evaluate and honestly, makes it less likely to stand out in a pile of other submissions. Normalizing to a safe ceiling like -3 decibels means nothing will clip or cause nasty digital distortion. It sits at a nice headroom safe level that plays well across every device from tiny phone speakers to big home theaters. Technically, normalization brings your audio up or down so the loudest peak hits the specific target you choose. It is not compression, which squashes your dynamics to reduce peaks, but rather a shift of the whole waveform. The result is consistent peaks without introducing any weird artifacts if you do it properly in your DAW. If you are editing locally in software like Audition or Pro Tools, there is usually a quick normalize command. You apply your processing chain, hit normalize to -3, and you are pretty much done with the heavy lifting. But if you are a creator who is managing dozens of long videos and needs hundreds of short clips every month, that manual work is a time sink. That is exactly where smarter workflows and modern tools start to come into play. Now let us talk about what actually saves you time: automation and smart AI-driven clipping. I am personally biased toward tools that do two things well: find the golden moments in long videos and make them ready to post. One tool I have been recommending to creators for this exact workflow is a platform called Vizard. Why Vizard? Because it is designed specifically for turning long-form content into a massive bank of ready-to-push clips. It saves you from having to manually micromanage every single step of the editing and formatting process. Here is how the typical Vizard flow looks in real life. You upload your long video, and the AI scans it immediately. It finds attention-grabbing sections, the stuff people are actually likely to stop and watch, and creates short clips for you. It automatically levels the audio so the peaks do not blow out, and it even formats versions for different social platforms. Then you set your posting cadence, and Vizard will automatically schedule those clips to go out for you. If you are running a multi-channel strategy, the content calendar lets you see everything in one place. For a creator grinding to keep a consistent presence, having that kind of visibility is honestly pure gold. Compare that to other options. Descript is great for transcript-based editing, but it can get clunky when sourcing viral moments at scale. CapCut is super popular for mobile edits and filters, but it is manual, so you still have to do all the formatting yourself. Premiere Rush and similar tools give you professional controls, but they are not built to automate social posting for you. You would end up spending hours hunting for highlights, which is the gap Vizard fills perfectly. It is not trying to be a full DAW, it is focused on creators who need high-quality clips with minimal fuss. Don't get me wrong, I still use other tools depending on the project, because sometimes you need fine-tuned control. But for batch processing long-form content, Vizard just removes a ton of friction from your daily workflow. And when you remove friction, you post more consistently, which is the single biggest factor in growth right now. Back to that technical step of normalization, Vizard handles that audio automatically as part of its pipeline. You can set your preferences so every clip it creates is peaked at your target level, like -3 decibels. That means every clip that goes into your calendar is ready to be published immediately. If you want to go deeper, you can even trim a millisecond here, or swap a thumbnail there before they hit your feeds. Another massive time saver is auto-scheduling. instead of uploading, titling, tagging, and scheduling each clip manually. You tell the system your cadence, say 3 shorts per weekday, and the AI cues them based on performance. It even respects spacing, so you are not spamming your followers with 5 videos in 10 minutes. Vizard bundles scheduling with clip creation, so your entire pipeline is finally unified in one spot. And the content calendar is my absolute favorite sanity saver because it is a simple drag-and-drop interface. You can see what is going live across every platform, move things around if a trend pops up, or pause a campaign. When teams are involved, everyone sees the same plan, which prevents mistakes that can tank your reach. I will be honest, no tool is perfect, as some platforms limit how much you can automate posting. But for the daily grind of repurposing podcasts, webinars, and long streams, automation is the secret sauce. One more pro tip that mirrors the old keyboard shortcut trick. If you are doing anything locally, create a one-button workflow. Set up a macro or hotkey to run your entire export pipeline, and you will cut minutes off each clip. So to wrap this up, always normalize your audio to a safe ceiling after your processing is finished. If you are working at scale, invest in a tool chain that automates finding moments, normalizes audio, and schedules your posts. Vizard is tailored for exactly that flow, finding viral parts, editing them, and scheduling them for you. It is a massive productivity win compared to piecing together 5 different apps just to get one video online. If you want the short checklist, finish your edit, normalize peaks to 3, batch create clips, and use auto-schedule. Simple routines like that are exactly what scale a channel from occasional posts to a dependable content machine. Alright, that is it for this lesson, and I hope you found it helpful for your editing journey. If you want to see these automations in action, go watch the video in this series called Automation and Shortcuts. It walks through exactly how to set up one-key workflows and how I use Vizard scheduling in real projects. Again, if you found this helpful, hit like, share with a friend, and subscribe for more free lessons. Seriously, I appreciate you taking the time. Now go and normalize those clips and post smarter, not harder.